In a quiet park on a sunny morning, an old man sat on a bench, enjoying the warmth of the sunlight and the cheerful chirping of birds. The calm atmosphere was suddenly broken by the sound of raised voices behind him. Two people were arguing fiercely, their voices growing louder and angrier by the minute. Neither of them wanted to listen to the other, and their frustration only escalated. After a while, one of the men walked out in anger, leaving the other sitting on a nearby bench. He was still muttering to himself, clearly upset. The old man glanced at him and decided to wait patiently. A few minutes later, when the man's anger had begun to subside, the old man spoke in a soft, kind voice. "Are you okay, son?" The young man looked up, his face still tense with frustration. He acknowledged with a small nod and said, "I'm fine." But after a pause, he added, "People treat me badly and I don't know what to do about it. It makes me furious." The old man, calm and composed, smiled gently. "If you want, you can share your troubles with me," he offered. The young man hesitated, but then sat down beside the old man. His frustration was still evident as he spoke. "Everyone around me is rude and disrespectful. I get angry at them and they only make it worse. I can't stop being angry. How do I deal with this?" The old man nodded thoughtfully and said, "Imagine you are holding a hot coal in your hand. You are angry at someone, but by holding the coal, you are only hurting yourself. The other person may not even feel the pain, but you are the one who suffers." The young man listened carefully, his expression softening slightly. The old man continued, "Now if you let go of the hot coal, you stop hurting yourself. Anger is like that coal. The longer you hold on to it, the more it burns you. But if you let it go, you free yourself from the pain." The young man looked at the old man, still a little unsure. "But how do I let go of my anger? It feels like it's always inside me, waiting to come out." The old man smiled gently. "Anger is like a storm. When it comes, it feels powerful and overwhelming. But storms don't last forever. If you don't react to it, if you don't feed it, the storm will pass on its own. Breathe, my son. Allow the storm to pass, and do not respond to anger with more anger." The young man sat silently, thinking about the old man's words. After a while, he nodded slowly, a calm understanding settling on his face. "I see," he said quietly. "It's not the people that make me angry, it's how I choose to react. If I let go of the anger, I will stop suffering." The old man smiled warmly. "Yes, you cannot control how others act, but you can control how you respond. Let go of the anger and peace will find its way to you." The young man sat back, feeling a bit relieved. For the first time in a long while, he felt the weight of his anger begin to lift. The old man looked out at the park again. The birds still chirping and the sun shining as if nothing had changed. Yet, for the young man, something had changed. He had begun to understand the power of letting go.